Hi guys, for this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to make the Wavy Stitch Slouch Hat. And for this project you're going to need at least 2 skeins of yarn or many skeins of different colors. I'm going to be using many skeins of different colors. And a 5mm hook or a size H hook. And the yarn I'm using is worsted weight yarn, 4 ply for the US or 10 ply for Australia. And you're also going to need a marker. Now to get started, you want to chain 70. So chain 70 and I'll see you back here in just a moment. Now when you get your 70 chains, make sure that your chain isn't twisted. Straighten it out. It's all facing the same way. And then turn it and go in. There's 3 stitches here in the chain. You want to go in through the bottom so that you have 2 of the pieces of chain on the top and only 1 at the bottom. Make sure again that you have no twist in your chain, and then you want to slip stitch into that stitch and chain 1. Now you want to go in the same exact stitch you just slip stitched into and do a single crochet. And then now you're going to be going again under both stitches of the chain, leaving only 1 on the bottom, and doing 1 single crochet in each stitch around. And it's okay if it twists and everything, it's going to happen, but as you work through the rows it does straighten itself out. So do 1 single crochet in each stitch around, going under 2 of the stitches of the chain, and I'll see you back here in a minute. Okay, I just got done with my first round of single crochets. Now you have 2 stitches, it looks like here. This one is the one where you slip stitched into, the smaller one, so you want to ignore it. That's not one you want to go in. You want to go right into this first single crochet of the round and put a single crochet, because we're going to be working in 1 continuous round. So you want to go in to that same stitch that you just did your first single crochet in, and you want to place your marker. Doesn't have to be too tight, just place it there. Now you know that's the beginning of your round. Now you want to do a total of 4 rounds of single crochets. This is your first, and now you're going to be starting your second, and you're going to be working in 1 continuous round. So when you get back up here again, that'll start your 3rd row, and then you go all the way around, and then you'll do your 4th. You have a total of 4 rows. And then I want to show you when you get to your 5th round, and I'll show you with this color just because it's easier to see. Okay, I'm going to show you with this color just because it's easier to see. So when you get to your 5th round, so just imagine I'm working with the same color and everything. And this will be my first stitch of the round. You'll do a single crochet as usual. Then you'll single crochet in the next one. And then you'll single crochet in the 3rd. Now, after you do 3 stitches of single crochet, then you want to do a single crochet decrease, which is go into the stitch, pull up a stitch, go into the next one. I should say pull up a loop. And then you pull through all 3 loops. And then you'll do that again. Single crochet 1 in the next 3 stitches, like that. And then you want to do a single crochet decrease. And you'll continue to do 3 single crochets and a single crochet decrease, and continue that all the way around. And when you get back up here to your very last stitch, you'll have I believe you'll have 57 stitches. So what you'll want to do is, even though you're at your last stitch here, and you did your very last single crochet decrease for the round, and this is your first stitch of the round. You count all your stitches, you have 57, you need 56. So go ahead and do one more single crochet decrease. Then that'll bring you up to 56 stitches. And then just slip stitch in the next stitch, chain 1, and cut your yarn. And then you'll have 5 rounds of single crochets. And here, where you just did your decreases, you will have 56 stitches. And on the bottom here, where we did our chain, you'll have 70 stitches. So now you have 2 options. Whether you want a larger hat, if you're making it for a man, or if you have, a lot of curly hair or thick hair, then you probably want to stick with the 70 stitches side. But if you have flat hair and you're a woman, or you're making this for a teenager, you probably want to stick with the 56 stitches on this side. But I'm going to be making mine for a man. I'm making mine in man colors. So I'm going to go ahead and flip my work around. And I'm going to be using my bottom stitches. And I'm going to stick with 70 stitches. So I'm going to take my marker here. And I'm going to go below to mark my first stitch in the round. Now, grab my color that I want to use for my first set of waves, which is going to be this ginger color. And now for round 6, you want to turn your work around to the back, or the back side, or the wrong side is facing you. And you want to do a single crochet attachment here in your very first stitch. Just like that. And then I'm going to push my tail to the back here so I can work over it. And I'm going to be putting 1 single crochet in each stitch around. And since I'm on this side, at the end of this round, I'll have 70 stitches. And if you're on this side of it, you should have 56 stitches. Just make sure you count your stitches. And I'll see you when you get back up here. Okay, I'm at the end of my row. Sorry if I confused you before. I said first wavy row. It's not the first wavy row, it's the first single crochet row of the changing colors. Now, when you get done, and this is my first stitch here, I want to slip stitch in that beginning stitch, chain 1, and I cut my yarn. You don't have to change colors every time. If you're working with a variegated yarn or something, you just want to keep going, the whole time, then go for it. Now you want to switch your work back up to the front again, and now you can remove this marker, especially if you're changing colors, because you're not going to need it anymore. And now you can change your color again. This is going to be the first wavy row. Now I'm going to single crochet in the beginning stitch. You don't have to, you can single crochet somewhere else. But I'm going to do a single crochet attachment. I don't want my loop overlapping here. Okay, so you put your hook in there, pull up a loop, and then do a single crochet attachment. And that counts as your first single crochet. Then you want to go into the next stitch and do a single crochet. I just want to make sure that this is, it's my second stitch. It's hard to see here at the beginning. Okay, it's my second, and I want to do a total of 7. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 7 single crochets in a row. And then you want to skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and in the 4th, you want to put 7 double crochets all worked into the same stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now you want to skip 3 stitches again, 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th, you want to start your single crochets again. There's 7 single crochets in a row, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And again, you want to skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th, again, you're going to be putting 7 double crochets. And make sure when you start your 7 double crochets that you have this loop here not loose. Make sure it's tight. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And again, you'll want to skip 3 and then start your 7 single crochets in a row. You're going to be repeating this. You're going to have 7 single crochets, skip 3, 7 double crochets, skip 3, 7 single crochets, skip 3, 7 double crochets, all worked in the same stitch, skip 3, then your 7 single crochets, skip 3. You're just going to continue doing this all the way around to the beginning. And when you get to the end here, you should have 3 single crochets to skip. Okay, I've come to the end of my row here, and it looks like I have 4 extra here. But that's okay, because when you slip stitch here in the beginning the beginning single crochet that you did, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay, it'll fix it right away. So you just slip stitch right in that beginning stitch, chain 1, then cut your yarn. And then you want to grab your next color, chain 1, I want to grab, okay, select the color that you want, and then I'm going to go into my beginning or my ending stitch here so I can hide my tails this round. I'm going to be working over my tail as I go along. I'm going to be putting 1 single crochet in each stitch around. So continue to do 1 single crochet in each stitch around. You have the wrong side of your project facing you, and I'll see you here in a moment. Oh, I wanted to give you a little hint. When you're on the back side here and you're working over your tails, you definitely want your tails to stay on this back side because this is the pretty side. So what I do is I'm coming up to the end of hiding my tail and I have a little bit left. I'll just go ahead and push it towards me and then single crochet in the next stitch. Then you can even tug it a little bit. See how it stays back here, and you won't see it on the good side of your hat. Okay, when you get to the end of your row, again, you want to slip stitch into that beginning stitch, chain 1, and if you're changing colors every round, cut your yarn. And if not, then you can just flip your work over. If you're not changing colors, you can just chain 1 and flip your work over. You need to have the right side facing you now. And now we're going to be doing our second row of waves, which would be round 9. So for round 9, we need to find, see, this is our beginning stitch here. So I'm going to move over to the right. and we need to find our 2 spaces here and here. We can count 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is my double crochet on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is going to be my middle stitch. Out of my 7. So 3 here, 3 here. So this is my middle stitch. This is the one I want to do my double crochets in. So we have our shells on this side and this side. So we want to have our shell here. We don't want to do a shell right on top of a shell. So if you find your very last double crochet here and see that it has a connection here, that's part of the double crochet. So move over 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the middle stitch. Now, just pull it up to mark it. Okay, now we want to do a double crochet attachment. And how to do that is you wrap your yarn around, you go into your stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops, then pull through 2 loops. And that's how you do your double crochet attachment. And now that's your first double crochet. You need to double crochet 6 more for a total of 7 inside this one stitch. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now you want to count over 3, and then the 4th you want to start your 7 single crochets in a row. 2, 3, 4, and your 4 should definitely be on the top of your shell below. That way you know you're still straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I got 7. And again, you're going to be repeating the same thing you did for this row. Doing 7 double crochets, skip 3, 7 single crochets, skip 3, and then doing 7 double crochets again. So 1, 2, 3, this is my 4th stitch. Doing my 7 double crochets. And then again, after your 7 double crochets, you'll skip 3, and then you'll start your 7 single crochets again, working over your shell below. So continue that all the way around, and I'll see you here. Okay, I've come to the end of my round again. I'm going to slip stitch my beginning stitch, chain 1, and cut my yarn. And again, you want to change colors. Again, after every wave row, you're going to have a single crochet row that you'll need to turn your work over to the wrong side. And again, whenever you do this, I always recommend that you start here on the end of a shell, or the beginning of a shell. Start with the first stitch of a shell, because it's just going to make it easier to hide your tail later. So 1, 2, and just continue all the way around. And then when you get done again, you'll be starting your next shell row. So single crochet 1 in each stitch around. Okay, I've come to the end of my round again. Again, I'm going to slip stitch my beginning stitch, chain 1, and cut my yarn. And again, you want to flip your hat back around to the good side. I did hide that one very well. To change your color, you don't have to do like I am. You don't have to change every row. You can just do one color for your single crochets, like my wavy beanie that I have, which would add a nice color, and just have like 2 different colors for the waves. But I'm going to try something else this time and do a different color for each row. Okay, so again, like I told you before, we're just going to be repeating these same rows over and over again. So we had our last shell here, so now we want to put our next shell here. So it'll be above the one down here. And again, find your 2 spaces here. Find your last stitch of your double crochet, which is here. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then this is your middle stitch. And it's parallel to this one here, so you know that this is the right stitch to go into. And again, just got to make it a little bigger so I don't lose it. And I'm going to do a double crochet attachment. Yarning over, going into that stitch, pulling up a stitch, pulling through 2, and pulling through 2. And then again, you want to put your 7 double crochets in 1 stitch. And you're going to just keep repeating these rows over and over and over again until your hat reaches 25 centimeters or 10 inches. Or if you want even longer slouch hat, then feel free to do that. Okay, I just got done and I measured and I have 25 centimeters from my rim to the last row that I did. So I'm done the main part of the hat. Now I'm going to close up my hat. And from now on, there'll be no reason to turn your hat inside out. So we're just going to keep going in the same way. But I'm still going to be changing my color every row to keep the color pattern going. So it is time to reduce our hat. And from the beginning row, from here to here, is 34 rows. So I just got done with row 34. So we're going to be doing nothing but single crochets, no double crochets or anything. So you can hide your tails, single crochet attach, and for the first round you want to do 1 single crochet, which I'll do that for my single crochet attachment, and then you want to do 2 single crochet decrease. You want to do 2 single crochets together. So got my tail here. I'm going to do a decrease. So we're doing 1 regular single crochet, and then we're doing a single crochet decrease. Then you do 1 regular single crochet, and you do 1 single crochet decrease. You just want to keep repeating that all the way around. 1 single crochet decrease, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet decrease. And I'll see you back here in a moment. Okay, I just got done with the end of my row. I started with a single crochet and I ended with a single crochet. Not that it really matters. I'm not going to tell you how many stitches I have at the end because you could be doing 70 or 56. It doesn't matter. Just do 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet decrease till you get to the end. And no matter what you end on, just slip stitch to the beginning stitch, chain 1. I'm going to cut my yarn. But if you're going to continue on with the same color, there's no use to cut your yarn. So I need my other gold color here, going in with the same pattern design here. Okay, for the second round of decreases is just putting 1 single crochet in each stitch around. Actually, I'm going to start somewhere else here. So just put 1 single crochet in each stitch around, and I will see you back here at the end of the second reduced round. Okay, I just got to the end of my row. Slip stitch in the beginning stitch. Cut my yarn again. I'm going to start down here. So for the third round of your reduced row, you're going to be doing another row of just single crochets all the way around. So just put 1 single crochet in each stitch around, and I'll see you back here for 1, 2, 3, 4, round 4 of your decrease. Okay, I'm just finishing the last round, slip stitching. my beginning stitch, and then for round 4 of your reducing rows here is going to actually be a reducing round. So you want to single crochet attach, and then you're going to do like you did before. You're going to do a single crochet decrease, then do 1 single crochet, and then 1 single crochet decrease, just like you did in the very first round of decreasing. 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet decrease, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet decrease, and just continue to do that all the way around. Coming to my last stitch. The last 2 are just going to be single crochets. Slip stitch in my beginning stitch, chain 1, cut my yarn. Now for the last 2 rounds of this end of the hat will be single crochets. So we just did round 4. So for rounds 5 and round 6, just put 1 single crochet in each stitch around. And I'll see you back here when you're done. Okay, I'm finishing up my last stitch here. And then you want to chain 1 and leave yourself some tail because you're going to use it to sew in your hat. Then you want to turn your hat inside out because you don't want your sewing to show. Then thread your tapestry needle. And then what I need you to do is gather it by going in through a stitch and then out through the next. In through one stitch and out through the next. You're essentially like making a pulley. I don't know if you've ever made a pulley, but that's what you're doing. You're going through one stitch, then going in the next, pulling up, going down, pulling up. Continue to do this all the way around till you've gathered all your stitches, and every few pull, make your way around, and I'll see you back here in a moment. Okay, when you get done going through all your stitches, you can just pull it tight, close your hole, and then trying to just go through the top stitches because you don't want it to go deep, because then you're going to have kind of a, it's going to be more noticeable. So just try to go through your top stitches here and pull it down so far until you have a little bit of a loop left, and stick your needle through to create more of a knot. I'm just going through one side to the other, pulling it until I have a bit of a loop left, and then making a knot. Now I'm going to turn it this way and do the same thing on this side. And the last thing I like to do is go through it, pull, to have a bit of a loop left, and then just to be on the safe side, I'll tie a knot or 2 because I really don't want that to come undone. And then I'm just going to get my tail. And go through and hide my tail a little bit through this color, since this is my color I have. Just 1 or 2 times through it. Tug it. And then cut. And that is it. That is how you make, see it better like this. This is how you make the Wavy Stitch Slouch Hat. I hope that you've enjoyed this tutorial and that you were able to understand it and everything. And if you make one, please feel free to share it on my Google community or my Facebook page, and I'll share it with others. Thanks so much for watching, and if you like this video, please don't forget to like and share this video. It helps me so much. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do that. So thanks for watching.